In the ancient city of Jerusalem, during the time of Roman occupation, a man named Jesus of Nazareth had gathered a following unlike any before him. Many believed he was the prophesied Messiah, the Son of God, and he spoke of love, compassion, and salvation with an authority that drew both admiration and fear. As the Passover approached, tensions ran high. Jesus entered Jerusalem riding on a donkey, fulfilling prophecy and symbolizing peace. The people greeted him with palm leaves, shouting, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." However, not everyone welcomed him. Roman authorities and Jewish leaders felt threatened by Jesus' growing influence and teachings, which undermined their control. A plot to arrest Jesus began to take shape. In the days leading to his death, Jesus continued his ministry, challenging both the oppression of the state and the rigidity of religious traditions. He shared poignant parables, performed miracles, and demonstrated acts of profound humility, such as washing his disciples' feet. On the night before his arrest, Jesus gathered his closest disciples for a final meal, known as the Last Supper. Here, he predicted his betrayal and death, breaking the bread and sharing the wine as symbols of his body and blood to be sacrificed. After the meal, Jesus retreated to the Garden of Gethsemane, seeking solace in prayer. Overwhelmed with anguish, he pleaded with God to take this cup from him, but ultimately submitted to the divine will. Here, Judas Iscariot, one of Jesus' disciples, arrived with soldiers. Jesus was betrayed with a kiss and was arrested. The following day, Jesus stood trial before Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, after being accused of blasphemy by the high priests. Though Pilate found no guilt in Jesus, he succumbed to the crowd's demand for crucifixion. Before the people, the choice was given between releasing Jesus or a convicted criminal, Barabbas. The crowd chose Barabbas, sealing Jesus' fate. Jesus endured a brutal scourging and was mocked by soldiers who placed a crown of thorns on his head. He was led to Golgotha, carrying his cross through the jeering streets. At Golgotha, Jesus was nailed to the cross between two thieves. As he hung on the cross, he spoke words of forgiveness. "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Then, in fulfillment of prophecy, he cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" At the 9th hour, Jesus let out a loud cry, "It is finished." With that, he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. A sudden darkness fell over the land. The temple veil was torn, signifying the barrier between God and humanity had been removed. Jesus' body was taken down by Joseph of Arimathea and placed in a tomb sealed with a large stone. His followers were in despair, believing all hope was lost. But 3 days later, when Mary Magdalene and other women went to anoint his body, they discovered the stone rolled away and the tomb empty. An angel appeared to them, declaring that Jesus had risen just as he had said. He appeared to his disciples, showing them the scars from his crucifixion and assuring them of eternal life. Jesus' resurrection became the cornerstone of Christian belief, symbolizing hope, redemption, and the promise of life beyond death. His death and resurrection marked a new covenant, spreading a message that continues to resonate across the world today, shaping the heart of Christianity.